Hey everybody, this is James Wallace with Transit. We're here in Raleigh today getting ready to head out on the next part of our tour to Somerset, Kentucky. But we want to go ahead and bring you guys the next installment of our vocal percussion video series, Rhythm in Motion. Before we get going, just want you guys to check out our nice new t-shirts that we got in recently. Pretty cool, we like them. Of course we designed them, so we should like them. But anyway, I just want to go ahead and move along with the video series here. Today we're going to look at two basic sounds, then we're going to do another quick beat of the week. So the first thing I want to look at with you guys is basic crash cymbal sounds. This would be really the cymbals, the large cymbal crashes you hear in most normal music that you hear on the radio. And there's a bunch of different ways to do these. I'll go over just a couple of them. One of the simplest ways to do this crash cymbal sound is just kind of a PSH sound. So it sounds like this. Another way you could do it, something I like to do especially in live performances, is I like to do kind of a harder, more aggressive DSH sound. And I find that when I put this cymbal sound on the downbeat, it helps fill in for that kick drum sound that I can't make because I'm producing a cymbal. But again, it's a DSH sound, kind of sounds like this. You guys will notice on both the PSH and the DSH, you really want to let that decay go all the way till the end, or at least if you're doing a pattern, as long as you possibly can to really try to mimic that cymbal sound. So again, you have a PSH and a DSH. I like to use both of those. All right, let's move right on to the second sound I wanted to cover with you guys today. It's a very basic tom sound. Now, we've covered a kick drum, we've covered a hi-hat, we've covered a snare drum. Those are some of our most basic vocal percussion and really most basic drum kit sounds. In addition to those, some other most basic sounds are these toms. Those are the drums that, there's one on the floor called a floor tom usually. It's a kind of a nice big round drum, has a deep sound. There are usually also two mounted above the drummer, and you kind of have a sequence going from highest to lowest pitched toms as you go down to the floor. So the easiest way to think of doing a tom, I think, is kind of a very short, crisp, kind of a do sound, but a kind of a closed mouth do sound, kind of like this. You can see the air is really pushing my cheeks out when I make this sound. And again, I'm just thinking of a very, very basic do, but kind of a closed lip do sound like this. And obviously you can hear I'm vocalizing that, so you can pitch it really wherever you want to. You can do you can do it lower. And we might get in later to kind of how toms are normally pitched, but for right now we'll just focus on the sound. And again, the easiest way I like to think of it is a do sound, kind of with a closed mouth and really letting the air push those cheeks out like this. All right. So we've looked at some basic crash cymbals. We just learned a little bit about the tom sound. So what I want to do with you guys now is do our basic beat of the week. And we did, when we did our last beat of the week, I gave you guys a basic counting rhythm to think of, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one. So the way you're going to think about this one is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let me do the basic beat for you. This is our beat of the week. So you see we're using, just like we did last time, some of our basic sounds, the B kick drum, the T hi-hat. Later I'll add in that inward hi-hat we worked on last time, the and we also use our very basic K snare. Now I'll do it again slowly, and then I'll speed it up a little bit, and I'll do a couple fills, and we can add in those tom sounds and the crash cymbals. So here's the basic beat of the week again. All right. Well, if you need to, work on that slowly first, And then once you get that going, then you can speed it up and maybe add some fills. I'll do a couple fills this time, and we'll just kind of play with it and see how the tom sounds and the cymbal sounds come to me. Here we go. All right, this is James Wallace for Transit. We'll see you guys next time with our Rhythm and Motion vocal percussion video series.